You know, I was just thinking, the hardest person to forgive might be yourself. Not the person who lied on you, not the person who lied to you, not the person who betrayed you, not the person who walked away, you. Because nobody remembers your mistakes more than you do. Nobody replays your failures more than you do. Nobody spends more time thinking about what they should have done differently more than you do. And that's where people get stuck. Not in their past, but in their memory of it. Think about how many people still punishing themselves for decisions they made years ago. The relationship they should have left sooner. The opportunity they never took. The money they wasted. I know a lot of people can relate to that. The career they walked away from. The dream they gave up on. The words they wish they could take back. Now life moves on, but mentally, they still living in that moment. It's like serving a life sentence for a mistake that was only meant to be a lesson. But here's what's interesting. Most of us are better in forgiving other people than forgiving ourselves. We're quick to tell somebody, everybody makes mistakes. But when it comes to our own life, we expect perfection. We tell ourselves, I should have known better. I should have seen it coming. I wasted too much time. I'll never get those years back. Maybe, but carrying guilt won't bring those years back neither. One of the biggest lies we tell ourselves is if we beating ourselves up, somehow we making up for what happened. But the truth is, we're not. We just extending the punishment. See, there's a difference between remembering a mistake and living inside it. One teaches you, the other one traps you. See, growth requires reflection, but reflection ain't the same as self-condemnation. You can acknowledge your mistakes without allowing them to define your identity. Think about this. If your best friend made the same mistake you made, would you talk to them in the way that you would talk to yourself? Probably not. You'd encourage them. You'll tell them they can recover. You'll tell them one bad decision don't erase a lifetime of potential. So why don't we give ourselves some grace? Sometimes we are our own harshest critic. And while accountability is necessary, constant self-punishment isn't. There's a difference between taking responsibility and carrying shame forever. Responsibility says, I made a mistake. Shame says, I am the mistake. Those are two completely different statements. One leads to growth, the other leads to paralysis. But here's something nobody tells you. The person you're trying to become can't be built by constantly hating the person you used to be. Think about that. Your past self made mistakes. So did everybody else's. But your past self also survived things that your present self takes for granted. That version of you figured things out with the knowledge they had at the time. Were they perfect? No. Were they learning? Absolutely. See, it's easy to judge yesterday with today's wisdom. But yesterday's version of you didn't have today's experience. That's why wisdom is expensive. You earn it. One lesson at a time. One mistake at a time. One disappointment at a time. And while they were talking about mistakes, let's stop pretending successful people didn't make them. Every successful entrepreneur has definitely made bad business decisions before. Every great parent had moments they wish they can do over. Guilty as charged. Every leader has failed. Guilty as charged. Every artist created work they wasn't proud of. Guilty as charged. Every athlete lost games they should have won. Guilty as charged. See, failure isn't unusual. It's part of becoming. The difference is some people learn from failure while others build a home there. Don't live where you were only supposed to visit. There's another reason forgiving yourself is so difficult. How many want to guess? Pride. Sometimes forgiving ourselves is difficult. Sometimes we can't forgive ourselves because we can't accept that we're capable of making the mistakes we made. We thought we were smarter, stronger, more disciplined, more careful. Then life humbled us. But humility isn't your enemy. Humility is often the beginning of wisdom. Your mistakes don't always reveal your weakness. Sometimes they reveal where you still needed to grow. Here's a question. How much of your future are you willing to sacrifice trying to rewrite your past? Because that's what a lot of people are doing. They're so busy wishing yesterday was different that they're missing today's opportunity. You're supposed to spend more time looking ahead than looking back. Eventually, you'll have to release the weight. Eventually, you have to believe that your next chapter deserves your full attention. Forgiving yourself doesn't mean pretending nothing happened. It means refusing to let one chapter become the title of your entire story. There's a reason your windshield is bigger than your rearview mirror. You're supposed to spend more time looking ahead than looking back. Maybe somebody watching this today needed to hear that. Maybe you've been carrying something for years. Nobody else is thinking about it anymore. Maybe you already apologized. Maybe you already changed. Maybe you already become a different person, but you still haven't forgiven yourself. If that's you, ask yourself this. How long is enough? How many years you have to punish yourself before you believe you paid the price? Because at some point, holding on to guilt stops accountability and starts becoming fear. fear of trying again, fear of failing again, fear of trusting again, fear of believing in yourself again. Don't give your past that much power. Learn from it, respect it, own it, don't live there. The person you are today is something your younger self didn't have. Experience, perspective, wisdom. You earned all those things. Now use them, because the hardest person to forgive might be yourself. But the moment you finally do, you stop carrying yesterday into tomorrow. And that's where the real freedom begins. Think about that.
Love and tell, I don't know what you're waiting on. Sitting by the phone or looking at your smart TV. Your laptop or computer or whatever you use to. Just go over to YouTube, please. PowerCircle.